Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Gentleman from Plano, Texas just called me up and told me to take a peek at this ad from the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. This job was posted November 15th, 2019, and it was for the position of Public Health Advisor for the quarantine program that would go through May 15th, 2020. May 15th. Just like how New York has recently extended their social distancing date through May 15th. Just like the Clade X exercise by Johns Hopkins was on May 15th. We'll get to what's significant about that date. But I want you to think about the odds of this. This position was posted for all of these cities. Dallas, Texas. El Paso, Texas. Houston, Texas. Seattle, Washington. Anchorage, Alaska. Los Angeles. San Diego. San Francisco. Miami. Atlanta. Where the CDC is, Honolulu, Chicago, Boston, Detroit, Minneapolis, New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, San Juan. So a lot of cities this job posted for November 15th, which was 2 days before supposedly patient zero, which is now November 17th. And remember, at first patient zero was December 12th, and they moved it to December 8th and December 1st, then eventually November 17th, which was still 2 days after they posted this job before there was any need for a quarantine program. And with regards to the date, May 15th, that date's written 15/5 like 155. Remember, coronavirus equals 155. And the Clade X exercise simulating a pandemic in the nation took place May 15th, 2018. It was titled Clade X, which equals 113, just like Johns Hopkins University's 113, like coronavirus pandemic's 113. The pandemic was declared March 11th, 11/3. From the exercise to March 11th was 666 days. 666, the number of the beast. And again, everything that's being encoded in these rituals, it's for a reason. And you'll only know that reason if you know the language the elite work in, and that is gematria, which comes from Kabbalah, which comes from Jewish mysticism. Kabbalah states God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. That's in Kabbalah's Book of Formation. And again, everywhere you look, you'll see these same numbers encoded as we've been covering for 90 straight days ever since January 21st when the first case showed up in the U.S. Same day Trump was in Switzerland gloating to the World Economic Forum, who hosted Event 201 along with Johns Hopkins and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, simulating a coronavirus outbreak. But like this is today, April 18th, the lost month. Trump says he took strong action in February to stop coronavirus. Just look at the gematria of strong action in coronavirus. If you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers. They're all part of one simple system. Alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Strong action has the exact same gematria as coronavirus, including 155 in 3 out of 4 ciphers. 155, 56, 70. And then this is part of the lost month is the name of the article. The lost month, 155, 56. You look at the cover stories for most of April 18th. The story right below Trump's strong action is the death of a cab driver. Guess how old he is? Dead from the coronavirus. And how old? His name was Muhammad Jafar, and he was 56 years old. You know, same numbers all over. Cab driver 82, like COVID-19 82, like how New York went into lockdown on the 82nd day of the year, which we predicted weeks in advance. So I'll do more on these headlines later, but just want to again emphasize how the same numbers are being coded everywhere, and there's all sorts of evidence that this was planned well in advance. Remember, Event 201, simulating the coronavirus outbreak, October 18th, 2019. That was the same day the military World Games began in Wuhan, China. Then Bill Gates, who was part of Event 201, goes on Netflix and releases the documentary Explained, the next pandemic, where he predicts everything that we're now living out, including this virus coming out of China, out of a wet market, and tanking the economy because we're not prepared. Plus just all the stuff in popular fiction, such as the TV show Containment, which is about the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, who had this job hiring post before any of this happened. But this show, Containment's about the CDC unleashing a virus for experimental purposes on the city of Atlanta, where it's headquartered. And what's funny about that is they stopped filming, or the show ended July 19th, 2016. 2016 was a leap year. July 19th was the 201st day of the year. And notice, Center for Disease Control and Prevention's 201, like Event 201, the simulation. Of course, there's a lot more than that, as we've covered in the last 90 days, but again, you got to be a hardcore coincidence theorist to dismiss this day after day and just shrug your shoulders. Got to stop making excuses. See the reality of what's going on. We're living out a planned agenda. It's not about the virus. It's about taking the people of the world in the direction the elites want them to do, or want to. Again, you've seen the headlines in recent days about how there's no money for small businesses. It's all depleted, despite the fact that Trump just signed off on $6.2 trillion in stimulus, which goes to the mega corporations and banks who are already in position to sustain this. It was the small businesses that needed the money. Again, this is about changing the landscape of the world. It's about the elite getting richer and everybody else becoming more enslaved to them. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Till next time.